Thank you for watching. This is the Calisthenic Hub. I have my bro from Brazil, Andre. He's an amazing athlete, and let's just get straight to it, man. Thank you for watching, guys. So, Andre, we already know your name, where you're from, exactly in Brazil, and how old are you?
Okay, my name is Andrea. I have 14 years old, and I am from São Paulo, Brazil.
San Pablo. I want to go to Brazil soon, man. I'm not sure when, but I definitely want to go. When did you start your calisthenic journey?
I started in real calisthenics like March in this year.
So fairly soon. So that's amazing. So that's about maybe like 7 months or so, more or less.
Yeah, 6, 7 months
Six,
like
seven
that.
months, yeah. That's amazing, man. And so were you always into sports or into fitness when you growing up?
Yeah, like 3 years I am swimming,
Okay, okay. So you were
and when I have 11 years old, I am starting lifting weights and do some basics calisthenics exercise like push-ups, dips, pull-ups.
gotcha. So you were
So
doing a lot of the
that's
basics.
Yeah, so that's let me a good base to continue, and when I start really, it's make it easy.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that you started early with the basics, as we all should. It's really important to start with basics. It gives you that good foundation and that good base to go ahead and continue getting stronger and then mastering these skills. When you first started calisthenics, right? Was there a specific motivation for you to get inspired to do the sport, or maybe a specific athlete that inspired you?
It's not a specific area, but to see these moves and know like La Rosa doing some planche, so Victor
Yeah,
Kamenov, that's
yeah,
inspired me, and I said, oh my God, I want to be strong like that, and
yeah.
I start training hard to do that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, Victor Kavanagh, La Rosa, really great athletes. They're really good at what they do. So many athletes right now at a really high level, and I'm excited. I'm excited. It just brings a more competitive spirit to it. But even though it is still a calisthenic community and family, I love the fact that it's competitive, and we always not only want to uh be better than somebody else, but mainly be better than ourselves. And always be better.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
always
that's
improve.
objective.
That's always the objective. So when you first started calisthenics, you just got a couple 7 months or 6 months into calisthenics. What did you find mostly difficult? You said you had a good base, right? Because you did the basics. But what was challenging in the beginning?
Okay. In the beginning, I just have a good base and have a good flexibility and mobility. So you have seen in my Instagram, you see
Hmm.
my VC and that.
Yeah, your
So I
base is
think it was,
good.
yeah. And so
Yeah.
I think this is the most difficult is like my wrists. So much pain in my wrists. But making some exercise, I beat them stronger, and then that's problem.
So you say your wrist hurt a lot,
Flexible.
right? You have a lot of pain in your wrist. Are you planche training? Is that the reason why? Or do you do a lot of static holds on like handstand and stuff?
Yeah, I think it's that cause handstands and planches.
Yeah, I'm training for planche and handstand currently together as the two skills that I want to master first. And I tell you right now, in the beginning and still now, I feel a lot of pain in my wrist. Do you wear any wrist guards, wrist brace, or
No,
wraps?
no, I don't have wrist reps.
No wraps?
So yeah, the only thing I do it's like warming up. So warming up like doing moves and on
Right,
my
right,
wrist and like that.
right. So you do a lot
That's
of
how.
warm up now. Yeah, warm up helps a lot, man. Helps a lot for
Yeah.
planche training and handstand. I completely agree. So when you first started, you already had a base. You already had a good core as far as the dips and the push-ups and the pull-ups. But what's different now compared to before in your training?
I think I'm more major. Like I know what I'm doing. I'm planning best my trainings and make a workout program for me.
That's awesome, man.
Like yeah, in the start I only take a move like oh today I'm gonna train planche, or today I'm gonna train handstand and do attempts to today understand that's important to warm up, it's important to do flexibility, do push-ups, dips, the basics, and and the real move
I agree
that's
with you.
really helping.
I agree with you. So in the beginning, I mean, being that you had that good foundation, you really didn't have much challenges besides just not knowing how to structure your training better, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. The structure is really important, man. Andre, tell me a little bit about your training. How many days of training you do? Do you rest at all throughout the week? Tell me a little bit about that.
I train 5 days a week and like 3 or 4 hours per day.
3 to 4 hours a day, man. That's dedication,
Yeah.
brother. That is dedication. So you
I
take
s-
2 days off for rest, right?
yeah, 2 days off. So have some weeks I take like one day off because I'm training freestyle in one of these days.
Got it. Got it.
I
Got it.
did I did skate. It's not like a training. It's a sesh with some people,
Right. Right.
and they do like lifestyle and
They
like
got you.
things like this.
So one day, every now and then, you take a like a active rest day to do like dynamics and stuff like that,
Yeah,
maybe, and just kind of chill out with your friends, right, and have fun. Yeah, man, that's
yeah,
that's good. I also have one active day, one passive day. Mainly, I listen to my body. If I know I need 2 days that week, I need 2 days, depending on how hard I train. If I can do one day, then I do one day. It just depends. I do a little bit of both,
yeah.
but I
That I agree with you. It's that important. Listen to your body is so important. Have times we we want to continue, but you can't. Like your shoulders are paining or like that, and
yeah,
you can't continue. It's better you rest.
I agree with you. Recovery is really important. When you first started, how much do you weigh, and how much do you weigh now? Because calisthenics, the heavier you are, the harder things are.
Yeah. When I start, I have 45 kilos like that,
Okay. Okay.
and today I have 50 kilos. It's not.
Nice. Now,
Yeah,
5 kilos is still 5 kilos, but you put on a muscle kilos. It's different. I
yeah,
always
yeah,
say muscle weight is more and better than any general weight that you can gain.
yeah, yeah. My focus is not to gain weight. Like there are like some athletes like to increase weight and have big
Yeah,
muscles.
yeah, yeah.
That might not my objective. I want only to have good moves.
Good move. So you're training for more to have perfect form.
Yeah, perfect form and the most impossible moves that you can reach.
Got it. Just keep on pushing your body to the extreme and to the limit. That's awesome.
Yeah, like
That's
this.
awesome, Andre. That's awesome. So I guess you train a little bit of dynamics, a little bit of statics and freestyle, a little bit of everything, right?
Yes, yes. I want to be a complete athlete. It's not on statics, not on dynamics. I want to have all of this.
So you want to be a complete athlete. Got it. Yeah, that makes sense, man. Um, and you're very young too, so you have tons of time to practice, and that's amazing, brother. That's amazing. Keep at it. What is your favorite exercise right now?
Can you repeat, please?
Absolutely. What is your favorite exercise? Which exercise do you
Okay.
like the most? Yeah.
Mm, I am. I think planches. Planches. I like so much planches.
Planche. Yeah, planche is
Yeah, I like planching and I like front lever. I think in Brazil here we don't have so many athletes in a high level in front lever like Manuel Caruso. We don't have athlete like that,
got
and
it.
I want to be one of these. I a one arm front lever, Victorian on rings. That's amazing.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Oh, speaking of rings, do you own a pair of rings or do you work out with rings?
Sometimes I am starting training for rings. I don't have so moves, but I want in the future. My focus is doing Zanet press, Van Gelder press, and uh, that's moves like it's
Yeah, those
impossible.
moves
But
are really hard, man.
yeah,
And then it doesn't. The rings make it harder, in my
yes,
opinion. So because the
you need
instability.
so yeah you need so much balance to control the rings. Like an LC on the rings is like difficult.
What? Anything. Yeah, I agree with you. What's your least favorite exercise then?
This I don't know if I have a least favorite
Okay.
exercise.
Okay.
I think the most painful,
That's a good way of putting it.
it's a festivals. I like a festivals. It's one of my favorite move, but my wrist hurts so much, and I think make some exercise to increase strength for my biceps
Biceps. Yeah.
to continue training. Then
Yeah, man. I mean, planche gives you some strong biceps overall because of the straight arm. aspect.
Yeah.
But they have festos, you got to do that bench curl, that backward curl. So it's a different movement, but just keep at it, man. You'll reach it. I'm sure you will. You mentioned Hefesto, you mentioned front lever, back lever, planche. Are you doing all these skills at once? You're training for all of them at once?
Yeah. In my week, I prepare to train now. I train one day planche and headstand. Other day I train back lever and front lever and things like this. I prepare like pull push.
Got it. So you do complementary things. I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So what about food? Tell me a little bit about how you eat because you put on 5 pounds of muscle. So I suppose, to train at your level 5, 6 days a week, freestyle, dynamic, statics, you gotta intake a lot of calories. Do you see yourself eating more?
Yeah, I don't have a diet. I only eat what I can. I eat so much to have energy to training,
Got
and
it.
but I really want every time I put food in my body to eat healthy as possible.
Okay. Okay. So
I
you try to
eat
eat clean and healthy.
vegetables,
Yep.
carbs, protein.
Got it. So you try to have a balanced nutrition meal
Yeah,
as much as possible.
that's a perfect tip who is starting. The food help you.
Absolutely, absolutely. In order to reach your maximum potential, you have to start from the inside, and making sure that you're fueling your body with the best source of proteins, carbs, and fats is really essential to anyone's training, no matter what sport you're in. Um, that's great, brother. That's great. So we already know you're not trying to get big; you're just trying to get strong and master your body, which is an amazing thing. And you recovered both passive and actively as well. Now let's dive a little deeper. What is your motivation now? You're 7 months in, and it looks like you want to accomplish a lot of skills. What motivates you to accomplish those skills? What keeps you going on the hard days?
Okay, today my motivation is to be stronger. I want to be the strongest. I want to be more stronger than the past day. To inspire more people to see me and felt motivated to training.
That's awesome, brother.
That's yeah. I want to master all moves to reach the impossible. To people see me and think they can too.
And not to mention, I know you mentioned earlier in the interview, you said you wanted to be a really top level elite athlete for the front lever in Brazil. You said you don't see that much over there. So doing the one hand front lever, that's one of the things that you're striving for. So I'm sure that motivates you a lot, trying to be at that
Yeah.
elite level. Absolutely. What other areas have calisthenics helped you out in your life? You're already 7 months training, so I'm sure some other areas have been affected, not just the physical. What other areas have been affected by your life?
I think my mindset, I literally changed my mindset so I start training. I
Yeah,
think from other forms. Um, I don't know, and socialize with people.
yeah.
I
So
have more
socializing with
friends
people.
now. Yeah, I have so friends like in Brazil here we don't have so many athletes with my age.
Got it.
We have like 2 and 3 people with 14 years old here. So I know all the athletes here, and I conversate with him with Instagram and that things.
That's awesome, man. So you became more social because of the sport.
Yeah.
Would you say you got more confident within yourself?
Yes. Yes.
Definitely, definitely. When you feel better and you look better, you are better. That's what I always say, man.
Yeah.
A lot of us get into calisthenics because we see people like La Rosa, Eric Ortiz, Victor Kavanov, strong, cut,
Yeah. When you
lean
see like
bodies.
these videos, you think it's possible, but when you reach like a rank stand, your first moves you see and you makes you so happy because you can imagine it, you can reach this level one day.
Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. When you first started, it seemed like it was so hard and unattainable, and then you work little by little towards it, and then you realize that, listen, you're getting closer. Every time you work towards it, you get better and you get closer. I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It is inspiring and it's great. It's great. I feel like calisthenics overall has bettered my life in general as well, with so many
Yeah,
so many
I agree.
other areas in my life. Um, so let's tell me a little bit about what would you tell yourself, right? If you can go back in time 7 months ago,
Okay, some
what would
tips
you tell
to
yourself?
to
Yeah.
tell for me.
Yep.
I'm start saying, don't go fast. go
Good
in
advice.
the go in the your time.
Yeah.
Like don't see and think, oh, I can take planche in 3 months.
Right.
Yeah, you can, but it's not the right way.
Right. Right. It's not the time. It's not
Yeah,
how long it takes you there.
yeah,
It's how good you are when you get there. Right.
yeah.
Because it's not.
You don't have to put a date in your mind like, oh, so in December I wanna be with Mana. No, it's ridiculous. You need to see you and make, oh, wanna be more strength and be stronger in December.
I agree. I agree. We should always just keep on pushing to get stronger and get better, whether it's form or
Yeah,
technique, whatever we're doing. I completely agree with you. So what I suppose that now that you've started this for 7 months, now you're going to continue doing it for the rest of your life.
yeah, that's my objective.
That's that. Gotcha. I mean, once you get into it, it's so much fun. And you can always challenge yourself further. I don't ever see myself stopping as well. You know, just good. I see you already. You want to push the limits of your physical capabilities already. So you know that within its own is challenging, and I think that keeps us going to always wanting to get there and pushing ourselves. What do you see yourself doing with calisthenics in the future? Like what I know you said you wanted to compete, right?
Yeah, I want to be a professional athlete and go to compete in other countries.
Okay.
Um, so I want to work with calisthenics like on street workouts, motivating people and helping them to reach a master level.
Their maximum potential and their master
Yeah.
level. So if you can choose one of the three, right, that I'm going to tell you next, which one would you choose that help you the most in your opinion with your calisthenic journey? Is it discipline, motivation, or purpose?
Discipline,
Tell me
the
why.
first one.
Tell me why.
Um, I think you can have motivation, but you don't have discipline to train. That's don't work
Yeah.
because you have to know how to train.
Yep.
If you don't have if you only have motivation, you go and you attempt to do some moves, but you can't. You're not strong enough.
Exactly.
You want to be stronger.
Exactly. So discipline has helped you out. Do you believe that you already had discipline or you were able to create discipline and build discipline upon yourself?
Can you repeat?
Sure. Do you believe that because you mentioned discipline is what something you choose, right? Do you
Okay.
believe that discipline is something you built or is it something that you already have?
I think you built discipline. You can have in this your body, but I think the most important is to build discipline. You look for and take this for a lesson. Like some athletes only have discipline on their training after a injury on some area, and
That makes sense.
he starts to think about, oh, I just hurt me. I need to be I need to think more about this.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, man. You know, we have to train smart and train hard, but smart mainly, you know, and be effective
Yeah,
and not injure ourselves. And through discipline, we can do that because discipline is not just the act of doing something constantly and being and you know just being constant. But I also feel like discipline also installs the mental aspect because when you're thinking about something, you want to make sure you have a thought process and a system to make sure things go right. And as we know, that you can get some injuries with calisthenics that can be life can be consequences for the long term for the rest of your life, and we don't want that. You
yeah.
know, we want to make sure we stay as healthy as possible. Well, Andre, man, it was a pleasure talking with you, man. What's the you're currently mastering a lot of these moves. Which is the move that you're currently closest to?
I think right now, full planche. I am so near full planche. I hold like 2 seconds now.
Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah.
How long you been working towards that?
Like 1 month.
1 month.
When I take and master straddle planche, I go into that.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know, keep on going, man. I'm sure I'm excited to see once you master that. It was a pleasure talking to you and getting to know you, brother, and hearing your story. Andre, how about you tell us where can we find you on Instagram? Tell us your Instagram if you have
Yeah.
YouTube or
My
yeah.
Instagram is SW. how can I say in English this bar?
Underscore.
Underscore Andre.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
SW_Andre. Be sure to follow him. We'll put the link in the description. So, you know, if you guys didn't catch that, don't worry. Just make sure you click that description. Follow my guy. Very inspirational. Only 14 years old. He has so much talent. As you guys heard him, he went from straddle, and then 1 month later got a full punch, 2 seconds, and he's training for form. Not just skills, but he wants to make sure he has form. So be sure to follow him. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. So thank you again for your time, brother. Follow my guy, please. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Press that notification bell on. Please follow my guy, his Instagram channel. You guys, thank you so much for watching this video, man. More interviews coming soon. All the way from Brazil, my boy Andre. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.